Hello. I have a toy. Anyway.
More entertaining than WrestleMania.
I hope that's untrue.
We'll revisit this.
This is, of course, the mid-card Mana team. Loose Cannon, Sam Keola, Wrestling Connoisseur. We're talking about our predictions today for WrestleMania 34, which is going to be Sunday, April 8th, 2018. And, of course, New Orleans. Nolans. NOLA, as everyone's been calling it. NOLA. So
let me just say, there's been such a lackluster, I'm going to go on a rant, lackluster of a build toward WrestleMania this year and storylines that I am
but I think there are a
it.
couple that
Like,
have actually had a pretty incredible build, which we'll talk about because one of them is going to be on the pre-show. So they announced the matches that were going to be on the pre-show,
which probably had more build than the rest of the show.
So of course the annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, who I think Corbin's going to win it. I'm not happy about it, but I think he's going to win it.
I sure hope not. I really do. I hope not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win that.
And then they have the fabulous Moolah. I mean,
WrestleMania.
The WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Is that one going
to be on the pre-show?
That is also going to be on the pre-show.
2 Battle Royals and the Cruiserweight on the pre-show.
Are you guessing the Cruiserweight?
The 205 belt. It's going to be on pre-show.
Are you sure it's not the United States Championship?
That'll probably be on the pre-show too. They'll probably just have everything on the pre-show, and then we'll get 3 hours of Roman versus Lesnar.
Yeah, I believe it. Anyway, so the Women's Battle Royale, I say Becky Lynch wins. I am not a big fan of Lynch, as you know.
Interesting.
But I say she's going to be the one that takes it here.
I don't know.
I think this would be the start of the rebuild of Becky Lynch.
They should have people win it that have no chance in hell of winning.
Anything else.
And I say that because it should be a surprise.
Becky Lynch.
Becky's always been kind of like
her pay-per-view record has been piss poor over the past year.
And if we look at our very first Royal Rumble winner, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Never did anything else.
I thought you were gonna say the very first women's Royal Rumble.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan as well. Should have happened.
I would have marked. I'm not gonna front. If he just came out and was like, "Oh," and just hit someone with a 2x4. I
really have.
But we both know how we feel about nostalgia.
The Battle Royals either. And I say this because really it doesn't matter who wins the Battle Royals.
As far as the WrestleMania ones, anyway.
Far, yeah. And that's pretty sad. The biggest moment of the Battle Royals for me was when Cesaro packed Big Show's fat ass to the ropes and dumped.
See, my favorite was
that should have meant something, but
and see my favorite moments on the WrestleMania Battle Royals is seeing who from NXT gets that test call up.
I would have someone from NXT win it.
We'll see who it is. Watch it be Adam Cole, have him pull triple duty. I'm gonna throw up all over the place.
Oh my god, that would be like Triple H seeing this and just doing it to troll you. I would be certain of that if he does. Like Triple H is watching.
Trips.
And then the show will no longer be on. We'll quit doing the show because we got jobs with WWE.
I'll do the job.
Like, those people know what they're talking about. Vince, give them a sandwich. They be Hawaiians. They can't go 16 hours without eating in this meeting. God damn it.
Damn it.
Throw them some lettuce.
There's someone. I was like, I'm Hawaiian. Same thing.
Goddamn Polynesians. They gotta eat.
All right. So the next match we're going to talk about is the last one that's so far been announced for the pre-show, which you called it was the Cruiserweight Championship match.
I haven't even watched it 2 weeks.
Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship. And see, what I've liked about this build, and they've actually done a really good job at building it, is I have no idea.
I don't either because
what way this could go at all. I have absolutely no clue. I think they've been building Mustafa Ali really well
have they been
the whole
building
Cedric
him?
Alexander thing, especially when I'm pretty sure was
seems
probably
like
supposed to be slated to win at Royal Rumble.
Cedric Alexander seems like he is a shoe-in, but they've built Muhammad Ali. I'm just all over the place. They've built Ali to look like a really good challenger, to challenge for.
When
this.
I mean the amount of Mustafa Ali has actually addressed in his promos. He was like, Cedric, you think. Yeah. You think you can win here? You expect to win at WrestleMania. You think that it's all but a shoe-in, and Mustafa Ali's like, but what you haven't taken into consideration is that I'm every bit as good as you are. I have the same amount to prove as you do to the same people. And he's like, I have a daughter too. She wants to see her father as champion too. What makes your daughter more important than my daughter wanting that? So he said specifically, and which I loved, because his Mustafa Ali's whole thing is he's the heart of 205. So he said,
very true.
He said, if you want to be the champion, you're gonna have to stomp the heart of 205 out. Do you think you can do that?
I think he will.
I say Ali's got it.
You think? See, I think that's why I think he doesn't. I think they want you to think he's got it. I think they want people to think he's got a chance. And I think from day one, it's been, I wish everybody could see what's going on over here. She's just mesmerized.
I am.
I think ever since Rich Swann's been out of the picture, all money has been on Cedric Alexander. And he's already been kind of up there for a while anyway.
Don't get me wrong. I love Cedric. He's been probably one of my favorites in the entire division.
I really wanted Roderick Strong to win that match against him in advance, but
see, I think there's more opportunity storyline wise for Cedric Alexander to fall short again, because that's something else they called too.
What if they had him go heel?
Yeah, that's my...
I would have him go heel and win.
Dream book is have him lose, then turn.
I would have him turn and win. Of course, it's kind of what sucks having it be on the pre-show, but it's like, does anything really happen on the pre-show that's worth a note? So, I don't know. They should just get rid of the pre-show and just call it what
Neville
it is.
and Aries match that was on WrestleMania.
We're not going to talk about that.
The best.
It was the best match of the show.
Best match of the card.
Right before they let Aries go.
And right before Neville walked.
Yeah. Which apparently Neville is in talks with coming back.
Yeah.
Since Triple H has taken over 205.
I've heard some interesting things about what could
Wouldn't
possibly happen.
Wouldn't that be great if Neville just showed up?
So so I'm going to tell you my crazy theory actually.
You are full of theories.
I'm full of crazy theories.
Conspiracies is what we like to call them.
It's true. So I still say
that's what every conspiracy theorist says.
I still say that this whole being GM of 205 for Drake Maverick, aka Rockstar Spud, is a long con to get the belt. Because then I say he turns on Ali and Alexander. At the last second, calls it a triple threat, scoops the win.
That would be interesting. But then who would you have as GM?
Oh, he'll stay GM.
Have him remain GM and just be like the king of the cruiserweights, and then all of a sudden Neville's music hits on one episode and boom. Did somebody say king?
My gigantic ears heard it.
All the way in Mordor. And Rockstar Spud be all, oh no. Oh no.
That's my theory.
What,
that is exactly what I think is going to happen.
I think he had a stroke or something.
Oof. Woof.
That's how he talks. Talk like this.
All right. So then the next match that we're going to talk about is the next important match, I think.
Pre-show?
No. So the rest of it is regular card. We're on main card.
Okay, let's have it.
All right. First match, I say, is the Fatal 4-Way, Randy Orton, versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev Day for the U.S. Championship.
Goddamn, you got to put it on Rusev.
I say they Zack Ryder him though. They give it to Rusev for a day, and then next SmackDown they take it away.
Except if I was Rusev, I'd kick him in the head and not give it up. I'd just keep it. I'd LOD that shit. Oh, we're supposed to drop it? Yeah, come get it. By the way, tonight, which they actually did to somebody, you know. By the way, tonight we're supposed to drop the belts to you guys. Oh, yeah. We're not going to.
No. They're the Legion of Doom.
Right?
Like,
what are you going to say? Oh, all right.
I would just be like, okay, that sounds good. We're not ready for it anyway. That's what I would say. If LOD said that to me, I'd be like, you're right. We're not ready for that. You deserve it more.
And then I would propose to them and roll Animal up real quick. Just like Joey Ryan did.
Did you recently show that to DP? Because he was just talking about it when I saw him today.
I've showed him before, but I don't think he remembered.
Oh, he remembers.
And I have shown him various Joey Ryan things before. And slowly, and much to your thanks, I'm sure, Joey Ryan is becoming his favorite instead of Seth Rollins.
I know. I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
Joey Ryan's the man.
He is.
Joey Ryan and his hot-ass wife and shitty bar wrestling.
They really wanted to book a good main event for WrestleMania. It would have been Brock Lesnar versus Joey Ryan. And have Joey Ryan do the U-Porn Flex to Lesnar. That would be great. Lesnar goes for the F5, but no, Joey jumps up. Oh no!
There's the mustache ride. Joey Ryan's mustache ride. Anyway.
Yeah, I would personally put it on Rusev in the 4-way, and
I do too. I think Rusev gets it, but I think he drops it. So that's where we're different.
If
how
I had
long
him
the
drop
reign's
it,
gonna be.
I would have him drop it to Jinder. Next SmackDown, drop it to Jinder. And then build that feud, Rusev-Jinder feud, which we've needed to do for a while now, honestly. But then the question is, what are you going to do with Rude? Of course, draft is supposed to be coming up, I think. They teased. Rumor is draft's going to happen, so I don't know. Rusev then.
Rusev Day. Machka. So the next match that we're going to talk about is the Intercontinental Championship. So that is... I did SmackDown, Raw for most of this. So it is going to be, of course, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus New Daddy, Papa Miz.
Papa Miz
for the Intercontinental Championship.
How do you not have Miz's face right now? I'm sorry. It's all there. It's all there.
Because he's doing so well even as a heel dad. Did you hear I heard a little bit of his commentary on the match they had last night, and he's like, who cares about the Balor Club? I just joined the greatest club in the world, the Dad Club. And I was like,
how can you...
Incredible.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's so naturally faced, but he's trying his game just to sell it as a heel, and it's still kind of working.
He's so good.
Yeah,
why.
he is
but
great.
we've seen him cut some promos, kind of shoot promos against some others. When he's supposed to be heel, Daniel Bryan. I mean, the one against Enzo.
That one is great. Yeah.
You know, he's heel, but he just cut like the biggest face promo in the world against Enzo.
I see so much freaking potential in you. You just waste your time hanging out with third-rate rappers. And I was like,
so I mean, yeah, they need to turn this.
It's a shoot. It's a shoot now. Everyone, get down. It's a shoot. Hit the ground. You're gonna get hit. It's a shoot.
Yeah, they just need to do it. They need to pull the trigger, turn his face. But I'm gonna say purely on the rumor that this has already been out there to some arenas, and they put it out that Seth Rollins walks away with the title
and finally gets his Grand Slam.
Yep, gets his Grand Slam, because apparently the rumor is that a bunch of places are gonna have Rollins versus Balor as for the Intercontinental title.
See, I say Balor.
That would work too.
I don't think Miz retains, but I think instead of Rollins, it's Balor.
I mean, you could do Rollins versus Balor for a while, and everybody would be happy with it.
I mean, yeah, they're in ring with Kirk alone.
This match has potential to steal the show.
Oh, I definitely think the Intercontinental, they've really sort of...
It wins way more than the Universal title. At this
Oh yeah,
point.
I'm more excited for the Intercontinental match than I am
Universal
the
title
Universal.
means nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. And at the end of the night, it will still mean absolutely nothing. It will. After the 30 Germans, 16 Superman punches, and 7 spears, it'll still be nothing.
Except that one angry guy that posted on, or that we saw his tweet, he's just gonna kill himself because Reigns is gonna be champion.
Yeah, I saw that, and I looked it up, and I was reading it, and somebody actually like tagged the FBI in it, and I was like, I'm not gonna touch this.
I laughed really hard. I was like, do it.
Dude, what a mark.
Do it.
I don't remember his name. Well, what a mark. I mean, really. I can see it now, like, it coming up, like, okay, this person killed themselves because Roman Reigns won the title, and Stephanie McMahon going, what a goddamn mark.
But then being very, like, controlled professional response also. Anyway.
No, just saying
that. Next match we're going to talk about is what I think is going to be the better tag team match, but I've been doing it Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, so of course it's for the SmackDown titles. That's Usos versus New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and I hear that there is a stipulation that is yet to be revealed that it's going to be a tables, ladders, chairs match.
Oh, sweet. Bludgeon Brothers got to walk away with belts.
See,
You can't build them up this much methodically and not have them get the belts, especially at this big of a show.
See,
you're going to completely derail that train if you don't strap them.
I say Usos retain, but against New Day. So New Day kind of gets out of that main event picture for a while and leaves just Bludgeon Brothers and Usos, because Bludgeon Brothers can call out the fact that they weren't beaten.
True, but I would strap Bludgeon Brothers. Why ruin the role that they're on? You know, Usos don't need it. New Day doesn't need it. Bludgeon Brothers do need it.
That is true. I don't think the Usos need it, but I don't think that... At the end of the day,
I mean, really, you've had them come out and just destroy everybody, and then when it's all on the table, you're going to have them lose. They're right back to being where they were with the Wyatt family.
I think what it is that it's not a loss per se. It's just not a win. You know what I mean? So
they need a win.
Yes, they would.
They need the win.
They would not get the win, but they wouldn't be the people that were defeated in a sense, because they wouldn't be the ones that took the pin. Because that's always a back pocket thing they have half the time, where it's like, you didn't pin me.
It ruins it. It really does, and I think that would just kill all their momentum. Yeah.
We'll see. So the next match that we are going to talk about, of course, is the Raw Tag Team Championships. And that is Sheamus and Cesaro, The Bar, versus Braun.
The Bar is closed.
Now, I say Braun should just win single-handedly.
Yeah.
But there have been some interesting rumors for who might possibly be his tag team partner. The most interesting to me, and my favorite, actually, is Neville.
Okay.
Because Neville, shortly before he left, showed a sort of unspoken kinship with Braun Strowman, especially against Enzo Amore.
True.
Enzo's gone, but they can still explore.
There's also the possibility of Big Show coming up and tagging with Braun.
Yeah, especially now that Big Show has re-signed a deal.
He's signed a new deal, and he is absolutely ripped right now.
Yeah, he is.
And there was also somebody else spotted backstage at Raw this past Monday.
I don't think James Storm's going to be the
It was also quite ripped. No, that'd be perfect. James Storm, introducing him as James Strowman, Braun's cousin.
Braun's older brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. Unless you're talking about someone else from
No.
Raw. Because backstage at Raw was also R-Truth.
Well.
Because that's what's up.
What's up? I'm hungry.
I would like
Braun needs to
Strowman.
be by himself.
Yeah,
I
to
think he
be
does.
to be by himself. Have it, because that's so much
I
more
would usually
interesting.
be against this idea, but it fits.
But it's Strowman.
Yeah, it fits.
Especially with the build they've been having for him. Like, what better way to show that he is the monster among men if he beat two guys at once?
They really want to do something, have him bring out a dummy and put in the corner.
A picture of James Ellsworth.
Oh, there you go. Or Joey Ryan.
You're just trying so hard to
anywhere. Joey Ryan will fit anywhere in this card. Women's Battle Royal.
Joey Ryan should absolutely win the Women's Battle Royal. I would support that 100%.
I mean, Joey Jericho.
Yeah, no, Joey Ryan.
Yeah, Braun's gonna win it. Hopefully,
Braun's gonna win it.
Please let Braun win it.
Drop it to AOP next night.
Probably, I would totally do that.
Yeah, book it. The next match we're going to talk about is the SmackDown Women's Championship belt. So that is Asuka versus Charlotte Flair.
Asuka.
And this is my prediction note. Nothing is brighter than the sun. Of course, the sun is Asuka. It's still my favorite promo that she's ever cut. It was against Ember Moon. She's like, nothing shines brighter than the sun. Of course, the sun is me. And I was like, yes, it is. Amazing.
I've going with what I've said for a while now is that Asuka wins it, Carmella cashes in, ends the streak,
Nuclear
and
heat.
takes the belt. Yep. I mean, I've heard rumors that they also wanted to have Asuka win it, keep it all year, and then do Rousey versus Asuka at the next WrestleMania. That's putting a lot of fish in one boat. I don't think it's going to happen. I would totally, if I was them, they handle undefeated streaks very poorly. I would just go ahead and end it. As bad as I hate to say that, but
it would be a huge WrestleMania moment.
It would be very huge on both their parts, really, because then you have Asuka continue the chase, even more so, and with vengeance. So, yeah, have that build up to SummerSlam or something. Keep having Carmella duck her. So, yeah, that's what I would do.
And then have the roles reversed. Have the women's Money in the Bank have Asuka win that.
Oh, God, that would be great.
And then just have her tease it.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it really writes itself. I don't know.
Book it. And the next match that I like to think would be a squash match, but who knows, is Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
God, here's another one that Nia should walk away with the belt.
And my note here, I will read aloud to you, is... It's like, pledge?
Not the pledge.
She actually is like most girls in that she'll be a women's champion after this. And so Nia Jax, I'm calling Nia Jax, especially with the build they've had as far as their feud.
Yeah.
Where Nia is really starting to come off a lot more as a huge babyface.
I would love to say Nia picks up the belt, but I think Alexa will keep it.
Yeah, she works on her right claw just for moments like this. No worries.
I think this match has been building so long, and Nia's got so much vengeance after her. Something will happen. Now will screw up. Alexa will get the cheap win.
Oh, like maybe a DQ.
A DQ or count out or something. And Alexa will keep the belt, and they'll continue the chase. I don't think they'll have both women's titles swap hands on the same night.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
It's true.
Anyway, next match that we're going to talk about is probably the big, most hyped match of WrestleMania, honestly. So that is Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Daniel Bryan's in-ring return. The very same place where he won his WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
I think this should be a good match.
Versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The stipulation, of course, being that if KO and Sammy win, they're re-signed to SmackDown. If not, they stay gone. I can't see Daniel Bryan losing here.
I can't either. And I mean, that just essentially means Sammy and Kevin will go to Raw.
Yeah.
Or wherever.
NXT.
I would not be against them going to NXT,
No, but they
honestly.
won't.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be Bryan winning. You know, I expect a little bit of craziness in this match.
I say Daniel Bryan, yes locks Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens taps. Sami Zayn's like, what are you doing tapping? This is their job's on the line.
Hey, by the way, I think I left a $5 bill on the floor of your room.
Works. Yeah. Then you have Kevin turn face to Sammy Hill.
Yeah.
And push that. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell, we care about Shane McMahon so much in this match.
He's gonna do something stupid in the match.
I love Shane. He's probably
he'll
gonna
do some crazy spot.
He's probably gonna jump off a Titantron.
Here's the thing: is that when Shane come back, we were all like, "Yay, great! This is great." But then he's done so many huge spots every pay-per-view, it becomes desensitizing.
So now it's no longer enough for us.
It's not. I mean, well, I would be fine with him just having a standard match and pulling out moves that aren't dangerous to his health.
Do the coast to coast.
I've seen him do the coast to coast a few times.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, that's what I mean. But I mean, just
he could do
the coast to coast is very classic Shane McMahon. You know what I mean?
He could do a number of things that I would be like, oh wow, this is much better than diving off the top of a cage
and killing yourself. It's much better than killing yourself. Did you know?
If he did a Rainmaker. Oh, look, Shane did a Rainmaker. Or if he did Naito's move, Destino. That would be something cool for him to do.
There's no way.
You know.
Who does he look like? Seth Rollins? Stealing New Japan moves?
Well, you know, it's not the first time he stole
throw
moves.
that shade. Anyway.
Oh, there you go. He could do the $5 shuffle.
Anyway, we're gonna move on.
All right.
So the next match we're gonna talk about is the mixed tag match for Raw. That is Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Steph. I say, crazy theory. I say Angle and Rousey lose. Angle takes the pin from Trips.
I can see that happening.
But then just have Rousey go apeshit. And instead of trying to build her as a babyface, which I mean I guess is natural for her as a person, is not natural for her as a character.
Right.
She doesn't know how to play it up that well.
I
And
think
it
would
seems
be more natural
disingenuous.
for a heel. Yeah.
So I think I'm not saying heel, I'm saying maybe just anti-hero.
I think it might be difficult.
Because I think you still need her to be against the authority, is why.
Unless they did do that and doubled back on Angle and had her cost Angle the match somehow. And then we don't even see her in the ring. Because I still say she hasn't had enough time to learn the ropes yet. Pun intended. Oh, yes.
He's only going to be in the Battle Royal.
They didn't even get a match on the show.
Nope. Maybe.
Ain't that some shit?
Maybe Jeff wins. Maybe Brother Nero comes back and wins.
That's obsolete.
Obsolete. Delete. Anyway.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd almost do that if I was going to turn her heel. But I don't know. I'm not excited for this match at all.
I'm not either.
Angle's hurt.
And I like Triple H matches.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing though.
I don't want to see Steph in the ring. Stephanie sucks in the ring. Rousey has not looked good in the ring so far.
So that's what I mean.
And Angle...
Trips needs to...
Whatever's going on with him, that's the whole reason why that's interjected in the match is because they didn't feel... in my opinion, they didn't feel Angle versus Triple H could hold up on its own.
But neither can Rousey, Steph. So, like, the only person that's good to go is Trips.
Yeah.
So Trips, I think, should actually win the match because I think it's gonna be too smarmy.
Yeah.
If it's not.
I think it's gonna be smarmy anyway. I think we'll see Rousey suplex Triple H again or some crazy thing.
Oh,
like
I
that.
definitely think Rousey's gonna go apeshit and like.
I just
beat
hope
up
they don't
Triple
give
H
this match 30 minutes. You know, this should be like a 10-minute match and be done with it and get it out of the way. If that might be even giving it too much.
Because I don't think that Angle can go that long right now.
I don't either.
And I don't think Rousey has enough in her arsenal to be able to either.
I don't either. So, I'm going to say
sorry about it.
the entrances may be longer than the match.
You know, I'm fine with that.
And I really don't care who wins.
Anyway, we're going to talk about the next match. And this is where I'm going to diverge a little bit because it's a Raw match. So, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship.
Breathe. Everybody put down your suicide machines.
Of course, Reigns will probably win it.
Yeah. I don't think...
There's not much that I have to say about that match. It's pretty predictable.
Yeah, they've been playing
building
this
it for a while. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I don't.
We just gotta suffer through it.
That's not to say that I don't think we won't see some pretty cool stuff between Reigns and Lesnar.
I don't think so.
I think Reigns might surprise a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of people that hate on Roman Reigns, and I think he's going to go out there and try and give people the best match that he can.
He will try to do the best he can. I just don't think he's
enough to carry Lesnar.
Yeah, that for one. Two, I mean, and nothing against Roman. He's a yes man. He's making the money. I can't blame him for that. I think he just hasn't learned enough about wrestling. Even though he's way better than he was last year before last, 5 years ago, he's way better now. I just think he still doesn't quite grasp the entirety of wrestling. For a main eventer, you know, as you have guys who have left WWE and gone out and they come back and it's like, oh, you can tell the big difference in this guy now.
Mainly Galloway.
Yeah, McIntyre. And even Gallows to an extent, because goddamn, anybody that come out 1 week and do the same line as a heel, come back the next week, do the same line as a face, and get a different response from the crowd, is obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
So I'll just say that. WWE has tried their best to garner fan appeal for Roman Reigns going into this match.
To varying levels of success.
Yeah, depending on the market they're in. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they haven't chiped in fan chants. But I think this match is not going to be 5-star.
Oh no!
Anything 3-star.
There's
anything.
No way.
It's going to be.
It'll be a passable match.
It's
but
gonna,
it's not gonna be the best match of the card or the weekend or anything like that.
I think we'll see the typical Reigns try to outpower Lesnar sort of match. We'll see choke German suplexes. We're gonna see choke Superman punches, spears. We'll probably get that one power bomb from Roman. We may get some belly to bellies from Brock.
Get Lesnar to do another shooting star press.
That would be the highlight of the match. It really would. The question is, will they do anything special? And I don't know if Brock's on his way out. Does he care to?
He'll do a shooting star press.
Kill himself. You get this belt over my dead body, Roman. I don't think Brock is going to go out of his way. What could give him any more
shine?
Brock's not going to go out of his way to put Reigns over, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's going to give Brock anything either. Like Heyman and Brock like Joe. So even in those matches where at the time Brock was dominating everybody, they gave Joe something in that match, even though Joe didn't win. And that was that
when Joe made him turn
Yeah.
purple. I still remember that. That's still one of my favorite things
I
ever.
don't think we're going to see anything on that scale with Reigns. I think it's going to be straight up to the edge that Brock looks like he's going to win, and then Roman kicks out. We go for another F5, probably the 13th of the match or something, and he slips out and spears him, and he's going to win, and it's going to be something like that. I'm going to call spear for the finish.
Spear?
Yeah.
I'll call Samoan drop.
That would be
weird.
nice. Something different. Or they could have Reigns do the F5 and pick up the win.
That would be cool. That would be some heel shit, though.
It would. But that's how they've been booking Reigns anyway, as a heel.
Anyway, so the next match that we're going to talk about is what I believe should be the main event, should close the show. And that is Nakamura versus Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which has a very good possibility of being a 5-star match.
It does. I don't think it'll close the show. I think Reigns versus Lesnar will close the show.
No, you know what I think will close the show?
Or Daniel Bryan. If they're smart, it would be Bryan probably closing the show.
Oh, yeah, because there's not going to be any larger pop than that.
But we'll see. It depends on if they want to negotiate with Lesnar or not, too, I think.
But I think the king of strong style wins here. I think there's not many chances.
He's gotta, you know what I mean? He's like, gotta win here.
Outside of here to really give him the shine that they've been promising, you know what I mean?
If he does not win here, he's never going to win, in my opinion. And they've already they gave him that shot before against Jinder, which was a failed storyline because they focused on Shane. And it was not a main event. It was not main event at all.
Yeah.
In no ways. So they didn't put the time and effort into it, and it was a really crappy storyline. And so that really knocked Shinsuke down quite a bit.
It didn't help him at all.
Or Jinder. So I think if they don't put the belt on Shinsuke here, then
when will they? There's not really any other.
There won't be any recovery if he loses from this match, in my opinion.
Whereas Styles can totally recover.
Oh, Styles can do plenty of different things after losing this match.
Styles could go to Raw.
Yeah, all 4 members of
the Bullet Club, the Balor Club
would be interesting.
The Japan Club,
because that means Styles would be the lieutenant instead of the boss, which has this whole dynamic that would be an interesting storyline.
Yeah, he would be the.
He would be the second fish. He would be the underboss, so to speak. Yeah.
And so then of course there's the big WrestleMania question: who is John Cena fighting? Will it be the Undertaker? Will the Undertaker answer the call?
It'll be the biker Undertaker.
See, I told you my crazy theory. So my crazy theory is this is Galloway's call-up.
That would be awesome.
Have John Cena go to WrestleMania, be like, I still haven't gotten an answer from you, Taker. What am I supposed to do? Not perform at WrestleMania? Not perform at the grandest stage of them all?
Here's what they'll do, though.
And then have Drew Galloway or Drew McIntyre. I just like Galloway.
I would love
come out and be like, you think you deserve this? You think you what makes you think you've done anything this past year that means that you deserve this? What championships have you held this past year? I held the NXT championship. I made that championship. I was gonna say glorious, but sorry. I made people care about that championship again. I showed that I am every bit as good, if not better.
That would be great, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either, but that's what
everybody's kind of seeing this, and the rumors are galore.
Joe.
Kid Rock
just have Joe.
Is in Hall of Fame. Cena will come out there talking, and then all of a sudden you'll hear American Badass, and Undertaker will come out on his bike.
which I'm okay with, I guess.
I would be happy for him to
have
do the
have that
American
be
Badass
have that
gimmick
be that the last stand, as it were.
But I would much rather
because
him
the phenom has fallen.
Because I see that era of Undertaker in Split. You know, there was the American Badass, and then he turned heel, and he was Big Evil Red Devil. And that was my favorite era, when he was Big Evil Red Devil. Remember, he beat the shit out of RVD, got the hardcore title, which actually made it meaningful there for a little while.
Yeah.
And he had that big match with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy got put over. So that was my favorite Undertaker era. But I doubt we'll see Big Evil Red Devil. So
You can hope.
I don't know. So, but I would much rather see the Drew McIntyre come up. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I love Taker. I do.
Or
I don't want to
have
see
it
him wrestle
answered
again.
by AOP. Just come out and maul Cena to death.
Alternately, you know who's left off the card a second year in a row of WrestleMania? Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and
Samoa Joe is injured, but
Joe
it's
could be
his
back.
his timeline. The timeline of his injury, like how long it takes for his injury to heal up properly, has never really been discussed explicitly.
Joe versus Cena for
they've
Mania
left it
would
very,
be amazing.
very. They've left it very open ended.
I would be all for that, and that would quite possibly be the best match of the night because of Joe.
Yeah.
And just Joe whipping Cena's ass and smack talking while he's doing it.
Like, that would be amazing. I would cry happy tears.
I would, yeah. So, yeah.
Those are our WrestleMania predictions.
There it is. All the good things we said probably won't happen.
No.
Just a disclaimer.
And stay tuned for our prediction video on Supercard of Honor.
And subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Because if we get 100 subscribers before the Cruise of Jericho, this one is going to do DDP yoga.
I will.
And
It'll
film
fucking
it.
kill me.
Maybe even talk her into like FaceTime or to Facebook Live onto the page.
I'll do it.
Doing
If we
DDP
get
yoga.
100 subscribers.
100 subscribers.
If we get 100 subscribers before I leave on the Cruise of Jericho, because I'm not gonna have internet is questionable.
Yeah.
But if before I get on
It
that
has to be
boat,
recorded and then
if I get on
upload
the
it.
if before I get on the boat, there's 100 subscribers, I will do DDP yoga.
Subscribe, share this video, tell your friends.
Alternately,
Have
if
them
we get up to 50 subscribers, I will try and touch Kenny Omega and probably get kicked off the boat. I was gonna do that anyway, but just give me the incentive.
I just can't wait to Flip Gordon ask him how it was. What?
His
Sick freak.
kind of hard.
On the lips.
I guess I caught some teeth there. I thought it was.
Oh no.
I mean,
Also,
hey,
there may be like extra footage with Raven.
Flip Gordon actually is also going to be on the
I
Cruise of
know.
Jericho.